Hi, everybody. This is Gad Saad. I hope that your week is coming along nicely. I wanted to close the loop on the event that took place last week. Some of you may know, and I think some of you signed up to attend my talk on the Parasitic Mind at the Jewish Public Library. The event went off very smoothly. Again, many thanks for the organizers and all the folks who were responsible for inviting me. Uh, many thanks. I really enjoyed it. I just heard from someone that who's on the inside that they're unaware of a single negative word that was uttered subsequent to my talk. Now, this to me would not have been surprising, other than the fact that some of you may know there were several very assiduous attempts to try to get me canceled from speaking at the event, which, I mean, surprises me because typically I haven't been someone who's been the target of such cancellation, uh, efforts, with the exception perhaps of the event several years ago that I was supposed to participate in with Jordan Peterson, etc. But otherwise, I've been able to go about my business unencumbered by a lot of this cancel culture stuff. But it turns out that it caught up to me, and I wanted to sort of briefly discuss the postscript of that, the anatomy of a cancellation attempt. So some of you may remember that the first attempt was by some LGBTQ activists who, communicated with the administrators of the Jewish Public Library that I shouldn't be allowed to speak there because I'm a homophobe and a transphobe. I'm guessing they were probably referring to maybe my testimony in front of the Canadian Senate of a few years ago. And so I went on the offensive, and when they realized that that wasn't going to fly, they tried to switch the goalposts. I received a document showing that some of the activists were then saying, okay, well, make sure not to say that you're an LGBTQ activist, but instead that you are a cis-normative, heteronormative person, because I guess the idea is that this would then show that, hey, everybody doesn't want me here, not just the LGBTQ community. And now that didn't fly, that didn't work. So then another attempt, again, shifting the goalposts, came about when they tried to deplatform me because apparently I was criticizing BLM, and I was, criticizing the concept of systemic racism as it is applied in North America. And I'm guessing maybe the fact that I had been going after LeBron James, that made me a bigot, because apparently in a free society you cannot criticize BLM. BLM is a state-sanctioned religion, and we live under an autocracy or a theocracy, and therefore it is blasphemous to think that maybe BLM's positions are ones that you might disagree with. They're Marxist bent, they're anti-nuclear family bent, they're black supremacy bent, they're anti-Semitism. There are many Jewish groups that do not like BLM. All that was apparently proof that I was a bigot, even though there are many black folks and black intellectuals who despise BLM. They too must be bigots. And so that didn't work. And to their credit, JPL refused to cave to the cancellation efforts. And guess what? The event went on. Nothing happened. Nothing that I said was mildly, quote, controversial. I mean, unless you are a fascist, then of course anything that I might say that is contrary to your ideology is controversial and corrosive and dangerous. But otherwise, people walked away. They loved it. The organizers loved it. Basically everyone walked away completely with a positive experience. I loved the experience. And so it shows you what happens when these activists, I prefer to call them fascists, try to decide who's allowed to speak or who's not allowed to speak. They are cheating everyone out of an opportunity to instantiate their freedoms, right? People are free to listen to me. People are free not to listen to me. People are free to debate me. People are free to ignore me. But it is up to each individual to decide how they wish to navigate the informational landscape. A couple of hundred people decided to come to my talk. they seem to have loved it. And if nothing else, hopefully they were enriched by anything that I might have discussed during that conversation. So great credit to JPL again for having had the fortitude to say, no, we will not cave in. And I'm truly delighted and proud that the event went on and that only positive things came from it. So there you have it. That's what happens when you are a honey badger. And so for this week, at least, my Honey Badger of the Week award goes to the Jewish Public Library. Cheers, everybody.